Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing great. I'm Pravalika Janga. Welcome to PJ Chemistry. In acids, bases and salts unit, the topics I have divided into three parts, part 1, part 2 and part 3. We have completed part 1 in previous class. Now we are going to discuss part 2. Part 2 contains bases and salts. If you haven't watched my part 1 video, I gave the link in the description box. Please check it out. So without any further delay, let's start our topic number 3, bases. Substances which are bitter in taste and feel soapy on touching are known as bases. Best example is soap. While washing our hands, it gives a slippery feeling because soaps contains base in it. The chemical nature of bases will be basic in nature. Bases which are soluble in water are known as alkalis. Alkalis is the word derived from the Arabic word meaning it is obtained from the original source of alkaline substance. Bases which are soluble in water are known as alkalis. Examples: sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide, it is also commonly known as slaked slime. So here sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide, all the three are soluble in water. They are known as alkalis. Bases which are not soluble in water are known as non-alkalis. Examples like metal oxides, hydroxides, carbonates and bicarbonates. Oxides containing oxygen group, hydroxides containing OH group, carbonates containing CO3 group, bicarbonates contains HCO3 group. Here I have listed few examples of bases. Let us know particularly which base is present in these substances. Number 1, baking soda. This baking soda, it contains sodium bicarbonate. Baking soda is used for the preparation of cakes, bread. Second one, soap. Soap contains sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. Not only soap, shampoo, either it contains sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. Milk of magnesia, it is a medicine which helps in digestion of our food. It contains magnesium hydroxide. Fourth one, lime water, it contains calcium hydroxide. Toothpaste contains sodium fluoride. Window cleaner contains ammonium hydroxide. Now let's move to topic number 4, salts. So here we will discuss how salts are formed. When an acid reacts with a base, they neutralize each other's chemical properties and finally salt and water are formed. So here acid react with the base, we get the product salt and water. Let us see by taking an example. So here HCl, it is a hydrochloric acid. It is a mineral acid. It combines with a base, that is sodium hydroxide. Combination of both these acid and base together, we get the product, that is NaCl and water. The acidic property of the acid and the basic property of the base together cancel out their own chemical properties and they neutralize each other, and the product we get, that is salt and water, also gets a neutral property. This reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Now let's see how water is formed. Later we will see how NaCl is formed. So here the H plus ions of an acid and the OH minus ions of a base combine together to form water. Now we will see how salt is formed. Chlorine contains non-metallic property, whereas sodium contains metallic property. So the non-metallic ion of an acid and the metallic ion of a base combine together to form a salt. I hope it's clear for all of you how salt is formed and how water is formed. By combining of an acid and base together. I will be back with my next class. We will discuss about indicators and neutralization, and also we will summarize the whole unit. I would like to end this session with this beautiful quote. It doesn't matter how slow you go as long as you don't stop. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share and subscribe to my channel.